can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on a brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keeta. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque yo no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, young G's. And I'm a self-made man out of Sweden. And it's still off top, I'm tweeting.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the WAG show. I'm your host, Ben Hostler. This is episode 64. It is Friday, May 12th. We're here to talk about today's best bets. Yesterday was a good day. We hit the Marcus Smart over points again. So that's 5 in a row for Marcus Smart points. 9 of his last 11, he's hit that. So that was good. We also talked about the San Francisco Giants first 5 money line yesterday. That also won. They were up 2-0. And then they easily won the rest of the game. So overall, pretty good day yesterday for it being not a great slate of games. We have much more to talk about today. We have 2 NBA playoff games. We have some NHL playoffs, and then obviously monster 13-game MLB slate tonight. Actually, I think 14 if you include the other game. Smart was an easy cash. Yes, he was. He's been coming through for us. I'll go right back to it in Game 7. If he's 13.5 again, we'll go right back to it. I think that's Sunday. Tomorrow, Saturday. So obviously there's no stream on Saturday. So just know if Marcus Smart comes in there at 13.5 points, taking the over again. All right, before we dive in, I was just looking at this. So MLB has FanDuel Sportsbook has this special for today, daily strikeout leader. Oh, it is Sunday? Okay. Daily strikeout leader. Obviously, Spencer Strider's the favorite at plus 200. Garrett Cole at plus 340. I don't know. I mean, definitely Strider is like the far and away favorite. So I guess at plus 200, I don't hate that. But for longer odds, I think Mackenzie Gore is a little interesting at plus 2,000. Mackenzie Gore actually has the second highest strikeout rate among all pitchers going tonight behind Spencer Strider. Mackenzie Gore has a higher strikeout rate this season than Garrett Cole. Mets have kind of been scuffling. So Mackenzie Gore, daily strikeout leader, plus 2,000, maybe a little interesting. Lakers win, then Sixers, Celtics play 3:30. If LA loses, then they're at 8. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. So I have the live trends tool pulled up. We'll talk about basketball first. Knicks, Heat, Warriors, Lakers, 2 game 6s on deck tonight. Some money coming on the Knicks here. 30% of the bets, but 51% of the money in on the Knicks. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think Knicks or Heat? I think I would lean Heat to close it out at home, but I mean, I did pick the Knicks for the series, so I guess I wouldn't be shocked if they somehow pulled this out and got it back to New York. But that's a tough one. In the night game, I can see both sides of this game. I can see the Lakers winning at home. You know, LeBron's mad that whatever, JaMychal Green said something, or whatever. I don't know. Something got said and LeBron got mad about it or something. So I could see the angry LeBron narrative tonight. I also don't know how LeBron, and this is coming from a LeBron fan, I don't know how LeBron can say he's never flopped or been on a team that flops, because that's just, I mean, we all know that that's just not true. So I don't know if well, LeBron clearly lives in like a fantasy world or something, but I thought that was funny. So I could see the Lakers pulling this out at home, but man, I've been on the Warriors. I picked the Warriors for the series. I told you last game they weren't going out like that. People will say, oh, they stink on the road. They just won game 5 and 7 on the road in Sacramento last series. So I think it's pretty clear the playoffs is a little bit different than the regular season. If you can see here in the data, there's a little bit of money coming in on the Warriors. Man, I don't know. Stephanie said Heat. Dewan said Heat. Find it insane that Tibbs has played Brunson the whole game. He's been outcoached. Yeah, Spoelstra is the best coach remaining of all the teams, in my opinion, for sure. I think I agree Heat, but I'm not going to bet it because I could see both sides. What do you guys think, Lakers, Warriors? I'm so torn on this. This could be a good game. I'm so torn on this, though. I mean, the public is on the Warriors, and this line's moving towards the Lakers, so that's definitely a good sign for the Lakers. What do we got? Wiggins will try and play in Game 6. Yeah, no way he misses, right? Hoping Game 7 for both. I agree. It's a literal coin flip, Warriors Lakers. I don't know. I'm definitely not going to be betting on it. If I were betting on it, it would be, I would try and find some props. I don't know. I have no idea who's going to win. I got no clue. I'm excited to watch the game, but I won't be betting anything. I have no idea. Should be 2 good games, though. All right, I'm going to pull baseball up, and we'll talk about these baseball games tonight. So if you guys missed it, I gave out 4 picks for premium members baseball tonight. I love my picks tonight. All of them have moved down since we took them. We got really good CLV already. I like all my picks for tonight. So you can sign up for the Discord for the premium package, and you'll get in the Discord and see what my picks were for tonight. So I'm not going to give those out on here, but we'll still run through the games, and there's some stuff that we can definitely talk about. If the NBA is rigged, 7 games Sundays, Mother's Day, yeah. I don't know, man. I think that it depends on how the game is called. I think if the referees call the game like they did in the last game, I think the Warriors would probably win. But if they call the game like it's been called the first few games of the series, then the Lakers definitely have a huge advantage because it's just so easy for them to get to the free throw line. Do we know who is reffing? Do we know who the refs are tonight? I think that definitely makes a difference. All right, first game of the night, we have Reds Marlins. Yuri Perez is starting for the Marlins. This is one of the considered by some one of the best pitching prospects in baseball. He's very, very young, not a lot of experience in the minors, hasn't started at AAA or anything. Marcus Smart hits by halftime. Yes, Jeff. I'm glad you guys wrote that. We've been riding it. We're going back to it on Sunday too. But Yuri Perez, very raw. We haven't seen him. Looks like he has pretty good strikeout stuff. So it's a nice little matchup for him to make his debut here against the Reds. There is more money coming in the Marlins than the Reds. But the sharp money, you can see 43% of the bets are on the Reds, but almost 60% of the money. So some bigger money bets have come in on the Reds against, a kid making his debut, not a lot of minors experience. I understand it. If I was going to force a bet here, I'd probably lean Reds. But I don't have anything for this game. I'm definitely going to watch it a little bit, though. I'm gonna see how this Perez kid looks. Obviously not on the main slate for DFS, but excited to see him pitch, see what he looks like. All right, Mariners, Tigers. We have Boyd against Gonzalez. Two pretty just mid lefties, I would say. Definitely more like the public's definitely on the Mariners here, but 59% of the bets on the Mariners, but that line's moving towards Detroit. Detroit, I've talked about this a few times this season. Detroit is like historically bad against right-handed pitching. They're actually not that bad. Like I'm not saying they're good, but they're more like just towards a bad or like middle of the pack team against left-handed pitching as opposed to right-handed pitching where they're very, very bad. So anytime that they're an underdog against a sizable underdog against a lefty, I think there's some value. So I can understand why that line's moving towards the Tigers. You can see 54% of the money overall has come in on the Tigers, so some bigger bets have come in. So I would definitely lean Detroit in this matchup between the two. And I do typically like to take stabs at Detroit against left-handed pitchers. Mark Lindsay. Okay. So nothing crazy. I don't know. Mark Lindsay's kind of sus, but nothing crazy in terms of the referees for that game. Mets Nationals. This is an interesting game here. We have McGill going up against Mackenzie Gore. I was talking about Mackenzie Gore earlier. Second highest strikeout rate of all pitchers going tonight. He's been very, very good. People forget this was the number one pitching prospect in baseball like a year and a half ago. He was the centerpiece of the Juan Soto trade, and it kind of looks like he's rounding into form here. The Mets have been struggling offensively and their pitching staff as well. Tons of money on the Mets here, 59% of the bets and 63% of the handle, but that line has moved sharply towards the Nationals. So I lean Nationals here. I lean Nationals first five. I like Mackenzie Gore more than McGill. I think they clearly win the pitching matchup, and I'm just not really scared to go against the Mets right now with how they've been playing. So lean towards the Nats in that game. Pirates, Orioles, we have Oviedo against Kyle Bradish. Kyle Bradish, I think, is underrated. That's a pitcher that I'm a little bit higher on than other people. So I understand why they are minus 155. Favorites here, two teams I love to bet on. So, it kind of hurts me to go against them. So I might just lean. I would have leaned over here at 8, but since the line moved at 9, I definitely don't want to bet over 9. So I guess lean Orioles here, but I won't be betting anything. Tampa Bay versus Garrett Cole is an interesting matchup. Garrett Cole in his career has Keith said Nats. Yeah, I like the Nats a lot tonight, Keith. I do. Garrett Cole in his career has been very, very good against the Tampa Bay Rays, although he just started against them a week or two ago and lost the start. So there's some sharp money coming in on the Rays here. 34% of the bets, but almost 60% of the money in on them. I've said this for 2 weeks. I don't know how you fade the Rays against right-handed pitching. They are the number one team in baseball against right-handed pitching. They're the number one team in baseball against fastballs. We know what Garrett Cole does. He throws a lot of fastballs because his fastball is so good. It moves so much. He's completely fine challenging these hitters with this fastball. So they're going to see fastballs. They know what they're going to see. They just had success against him a few weeks ago. So as underdogs, I definitely would lean Rays here if you were looking for a bet. Maybe take a shot on the Rays first five. But at plus 155, I don't hate a little stab on the Rays. I haven't bet it yet, but I would definitely lean towards them, even with Garrett Cole pitching. Braves, Blue Jays, Spencer Strider against Chris Bassett. I'm genuinely confused why this line's only minus 155. I understand the Braves are on the road. FanDuel typically is a little bit sharper with their lines than DraftKings. FanDuel has the Braves at minus 162, whereas DraftKings has them at minus 155. So you're getting a little bit of value here by betting the Braves on DK. I love the Braves today. This is maybe the most mismatched pitching matchup we'll see on the entire slate tonight. Spencer Strider, arguably the best pitcher in baseball, best pitcher in the National League, going up against Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett's had decreased velocity this season. He's been horrible. He's been getting beat around. Braves have a obviously very respectable lineup here. So I don't know. I'm confused why it's only minus 155. Love the Braves tonight. And you can bet them, first five, you can bet them full game, whatever you guys want to do. But I think that's a really nice discount there for Spencer Strider on the road in kind of like a hitter-friendly ballpark. But I'm not really worried about Spencer Strider. Like, he could pitch against any team, and I'd be willing to bet on him, especially when the pitcher on the other side has been very, very bad. So I like the Braves tonight. It's over for the Warriors. Public all over Warriors. No way betting them. Yeah, public is on the Warriors, which I don't like. That's very weird to me. Like, do you guys think that's weird? Like, I feel like generally, if you told me like LeBron and the Lakers were in Game 6 at home, like they would be the public team. Like have people just soured on LeBron? Like they don't like him anymore? Because like any other time, I feel like that would be the public would be all over the Lakers. But yeah, I very very confused. That's what gives me concern from the Warriors side is like the public is all over them. I don't understand why, but it is what it is, I guess. Where are we at here? Angels, Guardians, Logan Allen against Tyler Anderson. Look, I'm just going to come out and say this. Logan Allen is a very, very good young pitcher for the Guardians. How on earth can you bet the Cleveland Guardians as a favorite right now? I don't understand how you can, especially against a left-handed pitcher. This offense is horrific. If you look at the entire season, they're dead last in weighted runs created as a team, dead last. Against lefties, second to worst WRC plus. Their projected lineup tonight strikes out 25% of the time. They have zero power. So I get that they're at home here, and Tyler Anderson is not an ace by any means. He's a pretty average, league average pitcher. But I don't understand how you could have any faith to back this Cleveland team as a favorite. So my lean here definitely would be Angels. There's no way I'm betting on the Guardians. There's no way I'm betting on an over in this game. The Guardians literally right now, they can't score runs. I think for the season, they have like 20 home runs or like something insane. Like their offense is so bad. So I'm out on the Guardians as favorites. Give me I do think it's interesting though that the public's on the Angels here in that line, like 53% of the bets and 52% of the money on the Angels, but it's moving towards Cleveland. I don't know what's causing that. I would take a stab at the Angels, or I wouldn't bet the game because there's no way I'm back in Cleveland as a favorite. Absolutely no way. Cardinals Red Sox, is it 2014 or what? Because we have Adam Wainwright against James Paxton. I legitimately didn't know James Paxton was still in the MLB. He was in the minor leagues, obviously rehabbing. Adam Wainwright, we know, is like 1,000 years old. So I don't know. This is like a matchup straight out of like my high school days, but you can understand why the over-under's at 11 runs with these two skeletons on the mound. Very, very good hitting weather in Boston. It's going to be in the 70s, wind blowing out, pretty warm. So definitely would lean over here. Tough to bet an over 11, but I mean, these guys are just so bad. I mean, James Paxton made 5 starts at AAA. His ERA is over 6. Looks like he's just completely dust. Wainwright looked pretty bad against the Tigers in his first start. I'm sure he's rusty coming back for his first few starts of the season. So definitely an over on the Red Sox-Cardinals game. Astros White Sox, Kopech against JP France. France, the minus 145 favorite here. Kopech looked better in that last start. I told you guys his last start that there was some rumors that he was tipping his pitches, and he got really, really beat up in those 2 starts. Came out last start, looked much better, so hopefully he's corrected that problem of tipping his pitches. Definitely don't want to back him here, and I just don't really want to bet on the game as a whole. So I'll probably be avoiding this game, but I do want you to note that it sounded like he was tipping his pitches, and I think he corrected that problem. So maybe he's bad, but not quite as bad as what we saw him in those first couple starts. Cubs Twins, Drew Smyly against Sonny Gray. Typically, I would be all over the Twins here with Sonny Gray on the hill. Sonny Gray has been one of the best pitchers in the American League this season. But you guys know I'm on a Twins detox. We're on a diet from the Twins. It's a 10-day detox to cleanse our body of the woes that the Twins have caused us. We're on about day 8 of this detox, so I figure we get through the weekend, and next week we can start fresh, and maybe we'll choose to bet on the Twins again. But for right now, I will not be betting on the Twins, even with Sonny Gray on the hill. Definitely would lean towards them, though, if you were picking a side, but I need to honor my detox on the Twins. Kansas City, Milwaukee. Corbin Burns is on the hill. I don't know. I don't know what to make. Twins. Yeah, that's the exact face. That emoji is the exact face I make when I think of the Twins. But it's all right. We're gonna serve our detox, and we'll come back fresh on Monday. I don't know what to do with Corbin Burns. I mean, he hasn't been good this year. His velocity's down, strikeouts are down, swing and misses are down. Royals definitely strike out a lot against right-handed pitching, so maybe this is a matchup for him to get back on track. But how could you have any confidence of Corbin Burns with how he's looked as a minus 250 favorite? There's just no way. So if I was looking for a side here, I would lean Royals money line if you want to stab on that game. Definitely like that plus 200 odds. Don't hate that. Royals lineup has been playing some pretty good baseball offensively the last few days, and like I said, I don't trust Corbin Burns right now, so I'm definitely not laying minus 230, minus 250 on FanDuel for him. So pass on the Brewers tonight. Coors Field, we have Phillies, Rockies. I like the Rockies here. There you see there's a ton of money coming in on them. 31% of the money, but 47% of the bets. 70% of the bets and 53% of the money on the Phillies, but that line has dropped towards the Rockies. Typically, teams do struggle first game at Coors Field. Rockies normally able to adjust a little bit quicker just because they play there more often. So I always favor the Rockies in the first game of a series in Coors just because the incoming team hasn't been used to it. So I like the Rockies a little bit here. I like the under 2, like under 12 for sure. I like 11. That's a little more risky, but typically the first game can be a little bit more lower scoring as well relative to other games. And it doesn't really matter because of the elevation, but I will note that it is pretty cold up there today. It's only in the 50s. There's wind blowing in. So in terms of the other weather on the slate, there's much better weather to attack elsewhere. But, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as much in Coors because of the elevation, but it is not great hitting weather. It's pretty cold relative to the other games. Rangers Athletics heading the home stretch here. We have Martin Perez against Ken Waldichuk. Ken Waldichuk is not as bad as he has pitched. I don't think he's very good, but he's not as bad as he's pitched. Now, he's given up 11 home runs to right-handed hitters this season. He's going to see 8 righties in this lineup. Nate Lowe will likely be the only lefty in the lineup for the Rangers tonight. So I don't know how you really could have any confidence in betting on Ken Waldichuk and the Oakland A's. Martin Perez is a minus 175 favorite. I don't really like that either. So I would lean over 8.5 here if you're looking for a play from that game. I do think there'll be some offense. I definitely could see the Rangers putting up runs, and it wouldn't shock me. The A's are better against lefties than they are righties, similar to the Tigers. So it wouldn't shock me if the A's get a couple runs off of Martin Perez as well. Giants, Diamondbacks, Ryan Nelson against Brebbia for the Giants. Ryan Nelson is pretty terrible, and I wouldn't have any confidence betting on him, so I'm just going to avoid this game. You could look at the over if you can still get it at 9.5, but it looks like it's moved to 10 in most places, so that game is probably an avoid for me. And then last game of the night, San Diego Padres, Los Angeles Dodgers, Dustin May, Blake Snell rematch of last week these two teams played, and it was the same pitching. Blake Snell had a pretty good start in that game. Definitely, Blake Snell's Jekyll and Hyde. I don't really expect him to do that again. Although the Dodgers have not been as good against left-handed pitching this season as in years past. They did recently get Will Smith back, though, which is a big help for their lineup. So I'd probably be looking Dodgers here, but I'm not a huge Dustin May guy either. He looks really good some days, and then other days he looks bad too. Kind of the same thing as Blake Snell. So probably avoiding that. Overall, favorite bets for today. I'm not betting either basketball game. We'll look at props maybe, but I'm not betting in either basketball game. For baseball, I really like the Nationals tonight. I like the O's tonight. So that's probably my 2 favorite teams. And I like the over in this Cardinals-Red Sox game. I think that there's going to be a lot of offense. And the Rockies, that was my other one. But that's about it for baseball. I do want to bring this up because we have another system play to bet tonight. If you guys watch the stream, it's bet routinely. It's hit 7 in a row. It's hit 7 games in a row now. And it's Edmonton, Las Vegas, over 1.5 first period goals. The it's hit every game in this series between Edmonton and Las Vegas. And then if you look at Edmonton's last 7 playoff games, it's hitting every single game. They give up a lot of goals. They score a lot of goals. It's 2-2. So we're getting to like must-win time. These teams are going to be flying around. The total have moved up from 6.5 to 7. So Edmonton, Las Vegas, over 1.5 first period goals. I got it at minus 160 on FanDuel. Let me see if it moved up, but I'm going right back to that. I'm just going to keep riding that until that miss. You actually can still get 6.5 for the full game on FanDuel as well. Let me see here. It's still the same. Minus 155. That was what I got it at earlier. So line hasn't moved. Edmonton, Vegas, over 1.5 first period goals. Like that bet tonight. I'll be going back to it. Overall, though, that about does it. Quick little run through the slate. I'll be in the Discord all night. If you guys have further questions, betkarmachat.com. Download the BetKarma app. Click the chat room link. I have 4 bets posted for premium members. They all moved down since we took them. We got really good CLV. I like all my plays tonight, so I'm feeling pretty good. If you guys want me to rank my bets, actually, I forgot about the Braves. So if we were ranking my MLB bets given out here, Braves would be number 1. Number 2 would be the Nationals, and then I'll put the Orioles number 3. That's my 3 favorite teams to bet on tonight in baseball. Good luck with your own wagers. No streams on the weekend, but I'll be back Monday to recap the weekend and talk about Monday's best bets. So good luck with your bets tonight, guys, and I'll see you guys on Monday.